Good morning, students. Today I am going to start new chapter, that is economic reform since 1991 or new economic policy. In this chapter, I will discuss basically three topic. First topic will be meaning of economic reforms. Meaning of economic reforms. Meaning of economic reforms. Second topic that I will discuss, that is elements of new economic policy, that is also known as NEP, that is new economic policy. And third topic that is the positive and negative effect of NEP, that is new economic policy. So students, in this chapter you have to study basically three topics, that is meaning of economic reforms, means what is economic reforms. Second topic is new elements of NEP, that is new economic policy, means in new economic policy what kind of policy started by the government. And third topic, that is positive and negative effect of NEP, means this new economic policy of the government, what are their positive effect and what are their negative effect. So student, you have to study basically three topic in this chapter. So first I will start with meaning of economic reforms. Meaning of economic reforms means what is economic reforms. Meaning of economic reforms. Economic reforms refers to a set of economic policies directed to accelerate the pace of growth and development. Students, in my previous video I discussed that how the government public sector enterprises failed, and how the policies before 1991 was not giving as expected result. And so the government was forced to take new economic policy, and in this policies government made a new policy which directed to accelerate the pace of growth and development. Before 1991 we have industrial policy, that was inward trade looking strategies and import substitution. These policies were not giving expected result, and this policy not helping in the development of the economy. So government took new policy, that is new economic policy, and in this policy government directed to accelerate made a policy which are directed to accelerate the pace of growth and development. That is the meaning of economic reforms. Economic reforms means set of economic policy directed to accelerate the pace of growth and development. In 1991 basically, the government of India initiated a series of economic reforms to pull the economy out of the crisis of 1990s. These reforms came to known as NEP, new economic policy. These reforms are that is taken by government of India in 1991 is known as NEP, that is New Economic Policy. New Economic Policy. In this policy, new economic policy, again, what are the components of new economic policy? Components I will discuss here. Components of new economic policies. The first component of new economic policy, that is the policy of liberalization. The policy of liberalization, that is L, capital L. The first component is new economic policy. The first component is the policy of liberalization in place of earlier, before 1991, the policy of there was a policy of licensing. So in the new economic policy, the liberalization policy started by the government in place of licensing. The licensing policy replaced and liberalization policy started by the government. The policy of liberalization in place of licensing for the industries and trade. For the industries and trade. The first component of new economic policy, that is started in 1991 by Government of India. In 1991, new economic policy started by Government of India, and this policy, the first policy is the policy of liberalization in place of licensing for the industries and trade. Before 1991, the industries have to take permission in form of license. So after 1991, in new economic policy, government in place of licensing started new policy, that is the policy of liberalization. Second component is the policy of privatization. The policy of privatization. That is P, capital P. The second policy is policy of privatization. Before 1991, government fixed quota for the private sector. So 1991, new policy started by the government, that is policy of liberalization in place of quota. Before 1991, that was the quota was fixed by the government, but after 1991, government relaxes, new policies started and quotas were removed for the industrialist. And the last component, that is known as the policy of globalization. The policy of globalization. That is that is written in form of capital G. The policy of globalization in place of permits for export and import. The policy of globalization is started by the government in place of permit for export and import. Before 1991, government the industrialist has to take permission for exporting, and also there were policy to discourage import by the government to protect domestic industry. But after 1991, new policy started, that is policy of globalization in place of permit. The permit of export and import were removed, or in few sectors the policies of export and import become simplified by the government, and the export and import become easy. So these are the elements of new economic, basic elements of new economic policy. First one is a policy of liberalization, second is policy of privatization, and last one is policy of globalization. In policy of liberalization, before 1991, the industrialists had to take license from the government, but after this introduction of this policy, the licensing policies were removed, and the industrialists and industrialists don't have to take permission from for the license, except few goods where few goods are there where still the industries have to take permission. That I will discuss my next video, where what kind of goods where still industries have to take permission. Next is policy of privatization. Before 1991, the quotas were fixed for the private sector. That quotas gradually government removed after 1991 introduction of new economic policies. And last one is the policy of globalization. That is, after introduction of policy of globalization, there is a relaxation in the policies for export and import. So these are the new economic policy that was started in 1991 by the government of India, and these are the basic component of new economic policy. So student, I can say that you have must understand this chapter, this topic, sorry, where what is meaning of economic reforms, and what are the elements of new economic policy or components of new economic policy. Now I will discuss one by one what is liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So what is liberalization, and what are the merit and demerit of liberalization? What is privatization? What are the merit and demerit of privatization? Then what is globalization, merit and demerit of globalization? Now next topic, that is elements of NEP, new economic policies. So there are three elements of NEP, that is known as three elements. These are, first one is liberalization, second is privatization, and third one is globalization. Liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Three main elements of new economic policy. The first one is liberalization, second is privatization, and third is globalization. First, I will discuss here what is liberalization. What is liberalization? Liberalization of the economy means freedom of the producing units, freedom of the producing units from direct or physical control imposed by the government. Means liberalization means or liberalization of the economy means freedom of the producing units from direct or physical control imposed by the government. Means government before 1991, government has direct control on the economy. After introduction of liberalization, the companies or industrialists or economy there will be freedom of the producing units from direct or physical control imposed by the government. Students, there was control or direct control by the government before 1991 because Control were imposed by the government with a view to checking the growth of private monopolies. There was view that there is a need of control of private sector, so that will check the growth of private monopolies and minimizing the hold of large industrial houses on the financial resources of the country. Before 1991, government has direct control on the economy because it was a view that the government wanted to check on the growth of private sector or private monopolies, and government also want to hold on large industrial houses on the financial resources of the country. Because as I discussed my previous video that India opted a mixed economy where larger control on the economy, larger portion will be controlled by the government, because at that time there is a need of welfare of the country, and there are various at the time of independence, India was one of the poorest country in the world. There were various social economic problem in the country. So government realize that yes, there is a need of control of private sector and big financial houses, because as you know students, the main motive of private sector is to earn profit. So government wanted their major participation, so the welfare of the people or growth of the people or equity in the society can be achieved. Though after 1991 government policy changed, and government opted liberalization, privatization and globalization. And in the policy of liberalization, government government gave freedom to private enterprises and freedom to producing units from direct or physical control imposed by the government. Uh, government take away the control on the private sector that were imposed before 1991 in the policy of liberalization. Students, prior to 1991, government had imposed several kinds of control. There were several kinds of controls on private enterprises in the domestic economy. These are licensing, industrial licensing system, industrial licensing system, price control, or financial control on goods, import license, foreign exchange control, and restrictions on investment by big business houses. Prior to 1991, government had imposed several kind of control on private sector enterprises. These are public industrial licensing system, price control, financial control on goods, import licensing, foreign exchange control, restrictions on investment by the big business houses. It was experienced by the government that several shortcomings had emerged in the economy on account of these controls. There are several shortcomings had emerged because of these control of the government. This control had given rise to corruption. Because of this control given rise of corruption, undue delays, and inefficiency. 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 And it was also seen that growth rate of GDP had fallen. GDP had fallen, and a high cost economic system came into being. In view of these facts, liberalization in the economy was considered as a key component of new economic policy. Greater reliance was to be placed on market forces rather than checks and control. Government realized that there should be a larger role of private sector, means forces of demand and supply, rather than check and control of the government. Examples of developing countries like Korea, Thailand, Singapore that had achieved rapid growth due to liberalization and liberalization were considered as worthy of emulation. So because of this, government introduced liberalization, because government saw that small countries like Korea and Singapore, there is a rapid growth in the economy because of liberalization. So this is liberalization. So in my second video I will discuss economic reforms under liberalization and various kind of reforms introduced by the government under liberalization. Thank you.